I'll find it. It won't be that difficult.
What do you mean, find it?
I'll be able to, you know, from the DVD,
Yeah.
find out where
Oh yeah.
it cut off.
Oh yeah.
No problem. But yeah, I can put movies onto this and play them, put them onto the tape. I have, you're not supposed to be able to do that, but I have a DVD player, Mitsubishi DVD, that doesn't transmit the blanking signal.
For some unknown reason.
Yeah, it's supposed to, you know, putting it, if you try to copy any of these
Right,
things,
yeah, I know. Yeah.
a signal comes up that this is copyright tape and the whole thing just shuts down.
Okay, right. But it won't do it.
And that's what happens if I use this camera on another DVD player we have at home.
Yeah.
But this particular one, it doesn't recognize
The
that.
battery might run out before you show Deirdre.
Yeah, it doesn't.
If you want.
Yeah, thanks, Kira. It doesn't recognize that signal, and yeah, I can just record it onto the
It's
tape.
still on. I can look at the button on the lens.
Yeah. Just record it onto the tape.
Yeah.
You know.
I do that. Well, I plug it into my laptop and I can see it on the screen.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Or internet
Or
is handy. You know.
into your
On the
TV.
TV, yeah.
TV.
Which is handy.
Yeah.
I was out with Niamh the other day. Niamh took the boat out from Schull out to the Fastnet. She helmed the boat. She was at the helm.
Can she sit up on the?
Oh, it's no problem. She can do it. This is her first time. Well, it's just launched, so it's her first time at it this year. So for about the first minute, I stayed beside her, you know, and just got the hang of it. And I just left her, and she kept a straight course for half an hour out to the Fastnet.
She was eyeballing it. She
Oh yeah,
wasn't-
no problem.
wasn't-
And she, you know the way the boat veers off,
I know,
and
yeah.
straighten up, straighten up, straighten up, and she doesn't go crazy this way, crazy that way. She knows to just give it
How
a
to
little, and a
compensate
little,
it, yeah.
tiny bits, no problem.
Yeah.
Then when she gets fed up. But I took a photograph with that little camera, and I put it as the wallpaper on my laptop. So when she came in the other day, I called her out and said, she came in and she saw herself on the laptop, it was the wallpaper. It was only, said, yeah, you remember that? I said, yeah, that was yesterday.
Send it up, a copy of it.
Yeah.
Send it up, indeed.
It's great to be able to do that because you can, I have a little plug that goes straight on into a program in my laptop, and then you can email these things anywhere, you know, it's great to be able to do that. But Bill was there, I sent off him a couple of himself and the missus and the Fastnet or whatever, you know.
So it just goes straight, you don't have to do anything.
No. You can fool around with them, play around and all that, carry on, we can be bothered. They're not great, but they're okay for that type of thing.
Yeah, well, anything
resolution
that's
is
go by
huge.
email, the resolution won't be great because most ISPs won't take heavy.
They'll reduce, the program will reduce the size of the photograph, I don't know, by half or by quarter.
Whatever, they're probably normally...
And so that they're quicker to send, so then you can boost them up again. It's in a JPEG format, I presume.
Lord save us.
Exactly, man.
Wonderful the works of a wheelbarrow.
You're getting an earful of high tech here.
Well, that was always the answer to anything
Wonderful the works of a
involved.
wheelbarrow.
Wonderful the works of a wheelbarrow.
That's true.
You think about it.
Wow, indeed.
There's a guy said to me, and I'm just trying to think what he said. Joe, he's a strange individual. He has a little shop in Glengarriff, and it was over with him yesterday. And he gets very flustered.
When he sees you, or just gets flustered?
But just in general. I mean, he rang me up last night, looking for prices of the maps I left. And he was all in a fluster. And you could say he was obviously he had a barney with the missus too because of all this. Because I knew I'd left the price list and she was reading and I was leaving, you see. And I told her what I'd got. But this didn't do him. I hadn't told him what the prices were. And he said, you know, you didn't leave me the prices. And then he kind of mentioned, kind of surreptitiously, that I'd left a price list, but I can't read that, carry on, you know. So he rings me up at 10 o'clock at night at home. And Niamh had picked up the phone and he put it down again thinking he got the wrong number. And so and then I picked it up the next time, you see, and I was telling him, and it just took me about 15 minutes to get him to tell him the price of 4 different maps. Because he was giving me, he wasn't telling me what map. And then he said, there's another map of the Bear Away. See, and I would call it a book. And you can't interfere with him or anything like that because he'll go, why?
Start at the beginning
That's
again.
the book that Esme got. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
And there's-
Oh yes, I see, excellent.
That binder.
But anyway,
Yes.
he said he went off
Oh.
to collect his missus in Bantry in his son's car. But and it's, I mean, Joe is over 80 and this is a Hyundai Coupe, something that a young guy would have, and he said it's a dreadful car. It's because you know you need to be driving on carpet for it to be nice and smooth, you see. I said it doesn't like it, but his son went out and bought it anyway. And he came out with this peach of a thing that I'd never heard of before. Wisdom learned is better than wisdom bought. Which I'd never heard before.
Wisdom what?
Learned.
Wisdom learned is better than wisdom bought. His son had come out and bought this fancy car
Oh yes.
before he knew what it was like.
Oh yes.
You know, which is not as suitable for West Cork roads.
No.
You know,
Too
so
bumpy.
wisdom learned is better than wisdom bought.
Oh yeah.
There's the pot of marmalade I brought you down from all the way from the nuns in.
You should get 2 slices of bread out of that, Mum.
The nuns and where? The nuns
Kylemore.
are making marmalade these days.
Kylemore.
Kylemore Abbey.
And I forgot to bring these down to you the last time, but Derval sent you these over from New York, from St. Patrick's Cathedral. Now, you
Yeah.
boys don't laugh.
There's the rosary beads and holy
Don't
water.
know, don't you start laughing.
Why would I laugh? Give
There's
us-
some holy water.
Oh
for
Hey,
you.
hey.
give them
Mum.
a drink.
Yeah.
Mum,
Never had a drink of holy
don't
water.
let it splash in your man and shrivel
Don't
up.
you start laughing.
Do you hear me? Give your man a sprinkle beside you.
These
And
are-
the whole lot of you need a sprinkle.
Yeah. And
I
there's
need a
little,
slug.
and she sent you over this little statue. No.
Holy water from New York.
Holy water, holy water, holy water.
That doesn't sound right.
It's probably highly toxic, to say the least.
Oh, it's all right,
It's
Dermot.
only water.
From the East River.
Yes.
Well, what else do you expect? From 3
Let's see.
even.
And there's a little statue of Our Lady. She sent you over.
Who?
Derval.
Dermot, did
Our Lady sent you over a statue of Derval. Saint Derval.
That nice, Dermot.
Yeah.
That's a lovely one.
And a bookmarker.
And don't be knocking the head off it now.
The bookmarker can go into that.
Okay, now you're well equipped.
Yeah. Perform your own mass if you want there, Gran.
Pardon?
You can perform your own mass if you wanted to now, Gran.
Hypocrites.
I'd say you learned that from your father.
No.
And my uncle.